Good morning, geeks and gamers. Welcome to the most anticipated daily show in the history of the internet that takes place every week of every year, of every month, of every decade, of every century, of every whatever else you want to call it. What's the next one, Ryan? You're a smart guy.
Millennium.
Like Millennium, like the Backstreet Boys album?
Yeah, or like 1,000
You didn't.
years.
Hey, Steph, what do you think about that? What do you think about that, Steph? You like the Backstreet Boys reference?
I do like the Backstreet Boys reference.
There
Totally
you
better
go.
than
There you
NSYNC
go. You
references that
like
you're
that.
constantly
Yep.
dropping
Like that.
during the
Hey,
day.
listen.
Jeremy never stops talking about
Listen.
NSYNC. He's
Listen. I
he's
won't
a huge
mention.
boy band fan.
I will not mention NSYNC again this entire stream. This I promise you.
Ah,
Hi, Ryan. How are you?
That was out of nowhere. I'm doing good. I'm tired and I'm ready. We got so much shit to talk about, to be honest with you. And like some of it's like big stuff, some of it's not, but there's just so much random stuff in the news between Meghan Markle being a lying bitch, as we all predicted on this stream yesterday, to Johnny Depp having comments about Hollywood, basically saying he doesn't need him anymore after what they did to him, which is awesome to hear. And of course, you've got problems at Marvel. What do you know? Despite the positivity surrounding Guardians of the Galaxy 3, there's still nightmares at Marvel to deal with. And of course, Harrison Ford's 80 years old and is in Indiana Jones 5, and it looks terrible.
Yes, it really, really does. And that doesn't surprise anyone. I see the 199s in the chat represent. How's everybody doing? Good to see all of you. And look, so we got a member message from Blue Shell. Says, save up then, Jeremy. Yesterday, we played Battlefront 2 last night. I'll be honest with you guys. I was expecting a lot more hate and a lot more people criticizing it. We had a phenomenal response last night. You guys loved us playing Battlefront 2. I had so much fun with it. And yeah, the save up then line was really funny. We've memed that one a lot, but yeah, the people spoke. They want to see more Battlefront 2 and less Fortnite. The people have spoken. And as you know, we listen to the people here. But yeah, Battlefront 2 was that was a huge stream for us. So thank you guys so much, and thank you for your feedback. Your feedback's always important. And we had a lot of fun with that. So more Battlefront 2 will be happening on this channel. I was surprised how many people actually love the game, because I love the game. I think the game's fantastic. I've always thought that. I just stopped playing it after The Last Jedi. And I've told that story many times about how much we were, me and my friends were all anticipating, playing it after The Last Jedi, and after, when the crate map dropped about 2 weeks before TLJ released. And we were so excited about it. We played crate. We kept, backing out of maps that wasn't the crate map. And then after TLJ, it really wasn't even a thing we discussed. We just kind of just all stopped playing it completely. And but the game has improved significantly since then. And people really do love that game. It's a great game. So anyway, we will you'll see more of that. So thanks to all of you for that.
It's ironic. As soon as the Star Wars characters got added to Fortnite, you guys stopped playing and started playing not an actual, but a Star Wars game.
Yeah. Hey, this is an actual Star Wars game. And Battlefront 2017
is Rey in it?
Yeah, but you can play prequel era. You can play the prequel era. You can play prequel. If you do Supremacy, now again, you'll still see the character show up, but like if you play Supremacy and you can either select prequel or OT era, you can stay out of the sequel trilogy era, which is nice.
I like how whenever anyone sees like the Rey's character, they just immediately gang up and try to beat the shit out of her. Yes. Like there's some characters like that in that game. Mm-hmm. I think the game's fine. I wasn't a big fan of it. I hate how bad I am with the heroes. That's like,
I'm terrible with the
heroes. That's my biggest complaint about the game, is how bad I am at it. Yeah. Because I think you just need to play with them a lot, but I didn't play with them a lot. So every time I would get a hero, like I wouldn't know what to do with them. I wouldn't know like how they played or anything. So I'd be Darth Maul. I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm Darth Maul. And I immediately get killed by like 2 stormtroopers or something or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't make any sense to me. It made me mad how bad I was.
Ewok Hunt is fantastic. I had not really
played that before.
I had not played Ewok Hunt, and then we played that last night. It's just so good. But yeah, the game's good. So shout out to all of you.
I will say, I think Leia. I went on a tear with Leia one time, where I was like fucking unkillable. I don't know why. I was fucking Darth Vader, fuck you. Kylo Ren, fuck you. Palpatine, fuck you. I was just dominating with Leia. Boba Fett's also good.
I remember the first Battlefront, like the first new Battlefront. God, I hate how I have to word all this shit, but like 2015 Battlefront. When you would get Luke, it was like insane how OP Luke was in that game. But anyway, you'll see more of that. So thank you guys for the support and the feedback. And all right, we got a couple super chats to get to. Burb Shid says Indiana. What? Let's see. Indiana Johnson. I'm guessing you mean Jones is the dildo of destiny.
Indiana's
Johnson.
Johnson is the dildo of
I got
destiny.
it now. Yeah, Indiana's Johnson is the dildo of destiny. I got when I was trying to read dildo, I got confused. Like, what the fuck? But I understand YouTube won't allow you to type that. So Indiana's Johnson is the dildo of destiny. There you go. Mouse, free member chat. Hooyah 199. Thank you. Let's see. Macus Aurelius says, this is how you start the day. This shit is better than coffee. Hail the 199. Let's kill it. Flay Filoni. Let's see. The EU is my canon. Keep up the great work. Ryan, there was a Dave Filoni's dog account that showed up last night.
Was he just like, help me, please?
Yes, dude, it was so fucking funny. It was so funny. And
speaking of, Dave, he's holding a noose. Dave Filoni's dog for $5. Me being a member of the Avatar Alliance is the only bright spot in the eternal darkness that is my life. Please old yeller me, Ryan. I can only imagine the horrific things that Dave Filoni's dog has had to deal with. So, sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness, man. You guys, the chat's the best. Chat's the best. Let's see. You, me, and the movies is talking about NSYNC, huh? Well then, bye. Thank you for that. That is, we can make NSYNC references and Backstreet Boys references all day if you guys want.
If there's anyone that's gonna make boy band references, it's gonna be me. Okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
Mrs. Cannoli Squatch. Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch. I always fucking shorten it. The name's too long. For 199, good Thursday, fellas. Hail the 199. Thank you, Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch. Austin N for 199. Ryan, Rose is the best and should be playable.
No.
I don't think she's in that game, yeah.
I don't think no. Finn is, but Rose is not.
He's trash too. He was the China version in that one. He was rough.
Sebastian says, "Will Fast X flop considering it's a $340 million budget?"
Yeah, like I if that budget is correct, and that's what I've seen out there, and from what I've seen, it's just for that movie, not for like that and the sequel or whatever. So if that's real, if that's just the standalone budget for this movie, I have a hard time seeing how it makes money. I don't think I don't think you would maybe take the normal marketing like for that and assume it has to be half. You could probably assume it'd probably be more in the range of like what these normal Marvel movies are marketing wise, like 150 million. But still, like when you set yourself up to have to hit $1 billion to break even, that's rough. I do think that Fast certainly has a chance to get there, but the
international market's the international market is just so crazy with these movies and this whole thing with The Rock. So, I mean, again, we know The Rock. The Rock is more of a movie star than Chris Evans for sure, but he's not the movie star that he's perceived to be. But in certain aspects, he does bring a lot to the table. He does bring a lot to the table with the Fast franchise. So, yeah, we'll see how this all plays out. So,
yeah, like that's such an insane amount of money. And we've seen the Fast Furious franchise break $1 billion. This one certainly could. But yeah, when you set yourself up like that, I wonder why. I remember hearing about a lot of budget overruns and things like that with it. I don't know exactly what those were, but that's not sustainable. $340 million movies aren't sustainable.
Yeah, the chat wants to know, are you going to see it because of Brie?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a theater for a Fast and Furious movie in a long time. I'll be at this one.
Yeah, Ryan's always talking about Brie. He says he'll never break her heart. So
I made a I made a positive video about Brie Larson the other day. 100,000 views. It's that easy, Jeremy. That's the new algorithm, by the way.
It's the new algorithm.
It's positive videos about Brie. Mhm.
Oh man, what the hell?
But yeah, I hope Fast X makes money. So right now, the initial projections are a $300 million global opening, which more than that would be, if it hits that, that's more than Guardians opening weekend. And those international markets certainly are a big reason why. Domestically, it's not looking to like bring home the bacon or anything, but internationally is where it's projecting this massive box office from. So we'll see what happens.
We did have a development last night with this MCU fan on CobraCast. It was pretty funny. I don't remember how we got on the topic exactly, chat, and maybe you guys can remind me, but I was talking about the dedication of people that hate me, and not just me, but like I just haters in general. And because people are like, how dedicated MCU fan is, they're like, he has to be a fan that's just pretending to be a hater because no one could put that much energy into hating you, Jeremy. And I'm like, well,
yeah, there's
so I was like, if you go to my Twitter account, I was like, let's just do this in real time. So I pull my Twitter account up. And I was like, this is exactly how I worded it. I'm like, if you go to my Twitter account, let's go. I was like, I haven't looked, but like, let's go to some of my quote tweets. I guarantee you some of the quote tweets are some of these people that have been hating me
for 5
years. And before I said anything else, the MCU fan came in there and said, Zach is a good guy. And you notice that Zach Bragdon crap account or whatever that's just
Zach Brannigan.
Yeah, whatever it is. Like that account has lived in my mentions for years. And so the chat determined that MCU fan is the Zach account. So
do you think it was possible that he was making a Zack Snyder reference?
No, he wasn't. Okay. Because he continued to double down on this account when I pulled it up on quote tweets. So yeah.
I don't know. It's tough to tell. Obviously, it's somebody who's got a lot of time on their hands and doesn't have a job. So, I mean, maybe.
I appreciate you, MCU fan. I appreciate you.
He super chatted me, so I appreciate him. Yeah, and he became a member of my channel.
I appreciate it. So,
speaking of record-breaking budgets, Jeremy, should we talk about the next Lucasfilm release?
God.
There's not a ton of people out there that were clamoring for a 5th Indiana Jones movie, especially one that George Lucas is not involved in, especially one that Steven Spielberg effectively leaves the entire project other than his name only. And of course, this is a movie that has a massive budget, nearly $300 million for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. And it seems like everything we see about it makes this look worse. Jeremy, did you see this new little snippet that they released?
Yes, I did.
We should do a reaction to this. And just, it's really going to get everybody out there to the theaters. This is what Indiana Jones fans want.
You think he'd be proud of this? Your father, his only daughter, selling her soul for bail money.
Sounds quite cool when you put it like that. And it's not all bail money. Some of it's gambling debt.
Jesus Christ.
Helena! No! Helena! How did you end up like this?
What do you mean? Resourceful, daring, beautiful, self-sufficient?
What do you mean? Resourceful, daring, beautiful, self-sufficient?
Jesus.
You know, I think one of the other like major problems with this clip, and we'll show the end, I guess, real quick, where she does something unique.
Hold on!
I feel like we're going to get a lot of Phoebe Waller-Bridge showing up Indiana Jones in this film. But even just when you look at the way it's shot and everything,
it's terrible.
It feels like I know you didn't watch Book of Boba Fett, but the same way some of those chases were, it feels like they're doing so much of this and it's not real anymore that you have a hard time even keeping track of where these things are and what it's supposed to be meaning and the speed and everything. It looks stupid. It looks bad.
Yes, it does. I mean, it doesn't look like that. Looked like a Saturday Night Live skit. That's what that looked like. That looked like an SNL skit. I know the quality's dialed down on Twitter a little bit, you know, but still, it just, they thought releasing this was going to help.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm telling you,
Phoebe Waller-Bridge calling herself beautiful has like shades of, and you are beautiful. You know, it's just kind of convince everybody, gaslight everybody in the audience.
Yes. Yeah, this movie, there is nothing positive about this movie from my perspective. I'm not excited about it. I'm not at sea. How old's Harrison Ford now? 80?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he's in like way better shape, both mentally and physically, than Joe Biden.
That is true. That is significantly. But I mean, my fucking, my dead grandmother is in better shape than Joe Biden physically and mentally. So that's not saying a whole lot. But yeah, I mean, this is so the budget on this movie again was how much?
Like $300 million, like 297 or something.
So we're looking at it needing to make about $800 million to break even.
Probably more, but yeah. Probably close to 9.
I don't see how this movie makes $1 billion. But again, the nostalgia factor, it's tough to understand because Indiana Jones in a scenario, like normal scenario, Indiana Jones would make $1 billion. You know, with this return and the nostalgia and how iconic it is, all of that. But I feel like this could be, the problem is Harrison Ford's in it. I feel like this could be a solo situation, but with Harrison Ford being in it, I don't know. Like,
it's going to be tough to see what the demand is for this. But you got lines like this: "You stole it, then you stole it, then I stole it. It's called capitalism."
We saw that one from the previous trailer.
That was in that trailer that came out there.
Yeah.
Now this is going around. I gotta be real. I don't know if this is real or not. But the problem is when you've set yourself up like this, when you've hired people like this, when what you've showed already makes it make sense, it wouldn't be surprising. I fought the Nazis, and you stole from indigenous people too. Actual dialogue from Indiana Jones 5. I think this person's kind of memeing a little bit. That's what I think. But fuck, we're at a point now when you hear what she said already, when you hear the way that she's talking about this and even talking to Indiana Jones, you wouldn't be surprised if something like that ends up being actual dialogue.
Yeah, I mean, it's believing that would be in the movie. I don't know, man. It's almost like if DC came out with something and had a line where Batman is fascist. It's hard to believe any company's would be dumb enough to say something like that, Ryan. You know what I mean? Like, I could never see, like DC would never do something like that because clearly they're very smart and they would never want to say, hey, our most iconic character ever, we wouldn't want to label him a fascist for comedic purposes. So I don't know. A lot of sarcasm there. Obviously, yes, Batman was called fascist in this most recent trailer for
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, yeah, with Miguel from Cobra Kai. So
Zolo Maridueño.
Good Lord, man. I'm looking forward to the dildo of destiny for sure. And I think that's what we need to start calling it. I think that's the appropriate title. And I'm looking forward to it from a roasting standpoint because I think this movie's not. This is being built up as like Kathleen Kennedy. This is all her. Her fingerprints are all over this movie. This is her pet project that she's all over. And I think we're looking at a pretty big flop here. I really do.
Yeah, it makes me sad because I would actually go watch like a 5th Indiana Jones movie if it was George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, even with an old indie. Even with an old ass Harrison Ford, they'd have me back in their fucking heartbeat. Even with the little disappointing Crystal Skull, but this has nothing to do with George Lucas. I don't think it has anything to do with Steven Spielberg, and I think it's going to be a disaster.
Yeah. Let's see. MCU fan is here, and he wants you to retract your statement, Ryan. Can you retract your statement?
Hey, all I can say is MCU fan is a member of my channel, and MCU fan super chats me.
Hey, you're a big fan. You're a
I
big
mean,
fan.
unless you have like, I don't know, a check mark or something that verifies that that's a different person, I wouldn't really know how to tell MCU fan.
It's true. It is true.
I never became a member to your channel. I would rather die. I'm sure based on your mental health, all we have to do is wait it out.
Magnum Norse for 50. 50. Why isn't Harrison Ford speaking against this ESG crap?
I don't think Harrison Ford really cares too much, to be honest. I don't know if he would speak out against anything like that. I like Harrison. It's weird because to me, Indiana Jones is like one of the only characters that Harrison Ford seems to actually care about that he's played. You know what I mean? It does seem like he actually cares about it. He cares about what happens to it. So
more than Han Solo.
Certainly more than Han Solo. So the idea that, you know, which is why I don't think we're going to see some of the more like crazy predictions about how they're going to disrespect him and things like that. I don't know if he would be down for that because he does actually care about this character. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we do have this one right here, which is still one of my favorite lines from Harrison Ford ever at Star Wars Celebration. About this is prior to the Solo movie coming out.
I don't care. And George is just fucking loving it.
Here we go.
Are you looking forward to watching a Han Solo movie as a fan?
Not really.
So
he's probably high too.
Not really.
Keep going. There's more in that.
Hang on, shit.
There's more in that.
We'll play the whole thing one more time. Here we go.
are you looking forward to watching a Han Solo movie as a fan?
Not really.
So, as Han's story came to an end in Force Awakens, how did you feel about the ending? Did you feel good about the ending? Do you like the way his story ended up? Did you see that as Han's ending?
He just doesn't care, man. There's one clip where it's something about who shot first. He's like, I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great clip out there.
I don't care. You fucking idiot. I don't know if you know that one.
The Johnny one?
Johnny. You fucking idiot.
This is fucking Collider too. This is perfect. Fucking look at some of this stuff. They're like, oh, who shot first? Blah, blah, blah.
Episode 7 falls on the issue. Check out what they told him.
Did you shoot Greedo first, or did Greedo shoot you first?
I don't care.
Just doesn't give a fuck. Oh man.
Harrison Ford's awesome. Holy shit.
But that's the thing. It's like Harrison Ford, he's a fuking legend with all the different things he's done, all the roles he's played. And you're like, so who actually shot first? You know, he's like, I'm here, and this is what you're gonna ask me. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Well, I've talked about this many times. So I was at Star Wars. I was at the 40th anniversary panel at Star Wars Celebration in Orlando. And, you know, they had, you know, George, Mark Hamill, you know, a bunch of people come out there. And, you know, they were all out there. And then Harrison Ford was like one of the last people to come on stage. It was like next level. You know how we always, you know how I'm always talking about how when, you know, like there's nobody that like, there's few people on the planet that like, no matter what the scenario is, that like if Trump walks in a room, he's going to be the most important person in the room. Yeah. That's how it was with Harrison Ford. When Harrison Ford walked out there, that was a movie star. It just was something different. You know, Mark Hamill was up there, George Lucas, who I consider a far bigger icon than Harrison Ford personally. You know, I personally consider George Lucas a bigger icon. Harrison Ford walked out there. fucking game changer, man. Like he is a rock star. He is a celebrity. And you just, you can't really fake all that. Like it's just he turned heads. He changed the energy in the whole room when he walked out there.
You look at the 80s and 90s and you look at some of the movies he was in, whether they were serious or action movies or whatever. And he has such a huge range of accomplishments throughout his career.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I wish he
100%.
cared more about Star Wars personally.
Yeah.
But, he doesn't.
Yep.
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Where are we with these fucking super chats? I don't even know. Scroll all the way back up here.
No,
There's
where
Dave
you left
Filoni's
off.
dog.
Dog.
Oh, Matthew Hammond for $5. Has Geeks Gamers been to the 3-story Orlando McDonald's on Sand Lake Road? Has a special menu items.
Yeah, we got a vlog. We got a vlog here on this channel where we went to it and checked it out. The world's biggest McDonald's.
Austin N for 199. JK, just wanted to get you mad. I think he's talking about the Rose comment. Thank you. I'll be your Huckleberry for 2. Wow, I come in and Ryan was dominated by Leia. No, I was dominating with her. Mouse for 5. Today's my 2-year anniversary with my fiance. Have a good stream. I'm out. Hey, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Mouse. And I think Mouse
Your
and Noah
anniversary
saying,
with your fiance. So you've been engaged for 2 years. Yeah, get that shit rolling.
and Mouse also said he finally, I think it was Mouse. I think somebody said they just saw the Mario movie. It was a super chat. And the Mario movie is now on digital, so you can check it out digitally if you have not seen it. And I recommend it because it's a fantastic movie. Everybody should check it out. Man, they put that thing on digital quick.
They actually delayed it.
I know they delayed it initially too, and then it's so quick. But
that's what Universal had been doing.
Like Puss in Boots.
Yeah, and I mean it worked fine for it.
Yeah,
but
well, it worked fine for Mario. It still made $1.2 billion. It's not going to be obviously it's not going to touch Frozen 2. The digital sales though, because again, this isn't like going on a streaming service. This is still you have to pay
VOD,
for it.
Yeah.
Does that go into that? They don't tie that into box office receipts. Overall profits, obviously, but not direct box office receipts.
Correct. You remember like that breakdown that I've been showing you of like Thor: Love and Thunder and those Marvel movies and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where like digital sales, Blu-rays, DVDs, video on demand, shit like that all goes into the home entertainment category.
I got you.
And then TV and streaming has a separate thing. But yeah, it doesn't get reported as box office.
That's a good question. I think it's a fairly easy answer, though.
I think you have to say Clint because of
Clint
his
Eastwood.
directing.
Yeah.
Because it goes beyond the acting in all the movies, and he's an award-winning filmmaker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think the name Clint Eastwood just does carry more weight. You know what I mean? It just does. It carries more legendary weight. It's a great question. They're both legends, but I think Eastwood's the bigger legend for sure.
CJ for 5. We all know there's never been a female Star Wars character until Kathleen Kennedy came around. Hail 199.
It is
or
true.
at least Dave Filoni. Cannoli Sasquatch for 199. We had the misses in the chat earlier. Good morning, fellas. Here's a little 199 for you.
Thank
buddy.
you.
Eric John Pizza Artist for 199. Loving the content on the Orange channel.
Yeah, the vlog channel is doing
Orange
really
channel.
well. Shout out to Steph for killing it with the vlogs, and more content to come over there on Geeks and Gamers Live. So make sure you're subscribed if you have not. And also, programming note, I will be on open bar number 50 today with the Critical Drinker. I'm sure we have links in the chat. So there's already a link made. So make sure, I want to see 199s flying over there. That's what I want to see in the chat. Let everybody know what's up. So I'll be on with Drinker today though.
Jimmy Touchdown for 2. Hail to the John Con Campia Slayers. 199. Make America Great Again. Thank you, Jimmy Touchdown. Anak Maman for 5. What weirdo would create a Dave Filoni dog account? Probably the same guy who created around MCU's fans Wang. Guess we'll never know. Thank you, Indocmamon. You
Yeah,
crazy bastard.
I have no proof that those accounts are Enoch Mamon. No proof whatsoever. Just want to point that out.
MCU fan sloppy mother for 2. Accept your son, Jeremy. Zach will give MCU monkeypox.
These accounts, man.
It's crazy. Magnum Norse for $10. Fast and Furious for goofy people with spoilers on their Honda. A lot of goofy people out there.
I like the Fast and Furious franchise, and I don't
Haven't
typically
you not watched it since 7 though?
Yeah, 7's the last one. But again, what I'm saying though is I genuinely loved those first movies. Like the only one I didn't really care for was Tokyo Drift. I even like Too Fast, Too Furious. Tokyo Drift. I guess I would have to go back and watch Tokyo Drift. I might enjoy Tokyo Drift more now than I did when it first released. But I really I just love that the whole feel of that franchise. For me, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong because again I haven't watched them. I feel like it's lost a lot of the heart of the movie with Paul Walker not being there. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I can watch them and maybe I'll enjoy the most recent ones.
Jocelyn, member for 3 months. What's up, Jocelyn? Woke companies. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? It's not even June yet. Yeah, there's been the Dove gaming thing that we talked about yesterday was ridiculous. Miller Lite, Bud Light, Ford. Well, and I think once one thing happens, people are like, hey, I saw this ad from them then. Like the Miller Lite thing came out before Bud Light.
Yeah.
Like the Miller Lite ad came out like a couple months ago. It's not like they saw what Bud Light did and were like, you know what? Let's do this.
Yeah.
But and then people start thinking about things and finding things. And I think that's what we're going through right now. AJ Markle, member for 33 months. Thank you. Thank you very much.
33 months. Wow.
Aurora Uplinks becomes a channel member. Thank you. Liquor Snurf for 2. As did a video on Brie. Did you see it, Ryan? I did, and I commented, I like Brie Larson. Aurora Uplinks for 5. I heard your talk last night on one of your channels on how chat is free to say anything to you as long as you can take it back. Free speech. And then Aurora Uplinks for 5. So I was thinking you should include a brief moment of one of your show intros that's about the importance of free speech with that clip from yesterday.
Yeah. It was somebody in the chat, somebody in the Cobra Cast chat. He came in, he's like, Tim Pool made you. And I'm like, okay. I was like, well, I mean, my main channel's got like 3 times the subscribers of this channel, and I never talk about Tim Pool, but okay. And so, it was just an opportunity to roast the guy. And then he then said he was trolling. He then came back and started talking up Tim Pool again. He seemed like he didn't take it too well. And then he said, free speech, buddy, deal with it. I'm like, yes, motherfucker. You have free speech. You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want in my chat. That's perfectly fine. And generally, you can say anything in the chat, with the exception of, like I said, you can't dox, you can't do direct threats. And obviously, there's YouTube shit that we can't allow in the chat, because this is YouTube's platform. But you can criticize us. You can say whatever you want within reason. And you just can't spam. That's all I really care about. Just don't spam the chat.
Fuck. I didn't know if I wanted to sneeze or yawn.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
in betweener.
Yeah.
Slaglust for 5. The creator of Doom and its ID Software needs help. The left is after him on Twitter because he wants to attend a con. That's crazy.
Really?
Take a look at that. Mouse for 2. By the way, I finally saw the Mario movie. It was great. That was Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Aurora Uplinks for 5. Have you guys thought about making your own Indiana Jones style fan film? You have budget and you can profit if it's not literally Indiana Jones.
I mean, if anybody could do something like that, it'd be Epic Verse and what they're doing. That's not really not direct Geeks Gamers wheelhouse, but we have, people we're connected to. My best friend, Bashy Washy just showed up. Everyone welcome in Bashy Washy. Hello, Bashy Washy.
What's up, Bashy?
Good to see you here, buddy.
Did you piss him off? You trying to make him happy or something?
No, just fucking around with it. So.
Angry Yeti TV member for a month. I'll point out that you have to have gifts enabled in order to get a gifted membership. Ergo, I believe MCU fan was actually trying to get one. I think so.
Biggest fan. He's one of our biggest fans for sure.
Aurora uplinks for 5. Get a hold of some really good squibs and an armorer who won't set someone up to Alec Baldwin, the camera person in a film shoot. Fight coordinator. Hey, I'm not making any movies. I might act in one if somebody asks me, but that's about it.
Alec Baldwin killed another human being. Just want to point that out.
Alec Baldwin got cast. Hold on. I'll just pull up the headline. You're gonna laugh when you see it.
Bashy loves me. See, look at that. Thanks for the warm welcome, Jer. See, Bashy loves me. So Hayden here, Bashy here, got the whole crew here. Black Lives or Black Votes is here. MCU fan loves Geeks and Gamers. Let me see.
Here we go. Can't make up headlines like this. Alec Baldwin to star in Kent State about the 1970 Vietnam War protest shootings.
Holy shit, dude. God. Wow.
They needed someone who wasn't afraid to pull the trigger, you know? Baldwin will play Robert White, who was the Kent State president at the time of the notorious incident. So, hey, there's a couple like real famous shootings. Let's get Alec Baldwin to star in one of them. Makes sense.
The lack of self-awareness, man. Holy shit. Good Lord. Like I can't. Alec Baldwin is a really disgusting person, and I didn't follow the whole story with how he basically got let off the hook by that. Did you follow the end of that story, like how they determined they weren't going to press charges and all that?
Yeah, so they decided to drop it without prejudice, so they can recharge him still. They're doing more investigating. I think a lot of it just has to, it's tough, right? A lot of it has to do with, can they prove, obviously Alec Baldwin didn't mean to do this. He didn't mean to shoot someone, but it's all about, was he negligent enough to justify charging him with that kind of, reckless homicide or whatever the actual charge was? And did his contributions as producer lead to an environment where these things could happen? It's just a really tough thing to prove, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they're sitting at with their lawsuit right now. But also, I don't think it's a coincidence that all of the sudden these things just happened and all of a sudden they start shooting again and all these people are on board. Money greases wheels. So who knows what happened.
That is it.
Dave Filoni's dog for $10. Ryan, I loved hearing Dave loved hearing that Indy 5 was a bait and switch. He got out his thermal detonators. That's what he calls his beads that he shoves in my.
Jesus.
Anyway, please give me your Batman knife so I can open my wrists. Thank you, Dave Filoni's dog.
We're just reading the super chats, YouTube. We're just reading the super chats.
Just Nova 199. Actual title: Indian Jones and the Double D's. Hey, I'll watch it. Where are we? Anak Baman for 5. Harrison Ford's a lifelong friend of the Clintons. He will sacrifice as many of his characters as it takes to support the agenda. He's an open commie.
Yeah, I mean, I have no disillusions about that. I mean, Harrison Ford's not somebody who's going to be like, "Hey, Jeremy, Trump 2024." That's not going to happen. I have kind of the mindset that almost everybody in Hollywood, hates me from that perspective. I don't really give a shit if you hate me. Just make good movies. That's all I care about.
James Daniel for 5. Thoughts on the latest with John Campea? Interesting watching his fall lately.
Yeah, I mean,
there's a lot of people that seem interested in it. I don't personally fucking care or really watch or anything, but a lot of people are talking about it.
I love how much Ryan doesn't care and keeps getting asked.
Yeah. Like
I care. I would care more than Ryan, for sure. The only thing Ryan knows about Campea is that he gets talked about. Like, he doesn't even watch him. He never has. But
yeah, it's like, hey, did you know John Campea talked about you today? I'm like, no, I don't watch him. Like, God.
But it was funny because I saw this. God, I don't think I'm signed in right now. Hang on. Was it let's see, Robert Meyer Burnett. It was right here. So let me show this right here. So this was on my feed, okay?
This
let's
is
see.
from last night. Yeah.
Okay, so here's how it opens, and somebody in the comments they were dying over it. This is how it opens.
This episode of Robservations is sponsored by the John Campea Show.
With Nerdrotic on it.
Oh my god. It was the way Rob said it too. This episode. Oh fuck, man.
Right here, like look at the comment right here. One of the top comments. John Campea sponsoring a show with Gary is priceless.
Fuck. That's funny. Sophie for 6 in Indy 4, they go to see the Nazca lines, but the map shows the plane going to Cusco. That's like going to see the Washington Monument in NYC.
There's Gary right there.
So fucking stupid. Eric John Pizza Artist for 199. Harrison Ford and Bruno, best cameo ever. I don't remember that one. Mike Hum Smells for 2. Disney can do no wrong. Disney's God. Thank you, Mike Hum Smells. Donnie Quid for 2. Have you guys seen the new MK trailer? Is there a new Mortal Kombat trailer?
Mortal Kombat? No, I have not. I have not. Is it good? I need to know about this now. And will we get hit for watching it? That would be the
Discover a reborn Mortal Kombat. Oh, is this animated though?
I haven't been into Mortal Kombat since like MK3.
Yeah, I don't.
I miss more. I actually want to play Mortal Kombat 3 again. I love Mortal Kombat 3.
Tyrant Lizard King, member for 2 months. Wow, that indie clip broke my soul. Are they going to neuter Indy just like Luke, Bond, and every other hero we love? I hope this flops. You might get your wish.
You fucking idiot. Bradman. Those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. Ford was an anti-Semite who sold to the Yahtzees. Later, they allowed people to die in cars, cause funerals are cheaper than recalls. Now they outsource jobs for slave labor. Thank you, Bradman.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Harrison Ford. He's talking about Ford, the car company.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too for a minute.
Because what the fuck?
Because we've been talking about Harrison Ford, so I was like, that's exactly. I was like, where is this going? And I was like, okay.
It's like, man, I gotta fact check that.
Yeah, I know it.
Harrison Ford was an anti-Semite who sold to the night. What? I was like, I thought he was a fucking carpenter or something.
I thought that's exactly where that was going.
Yeah. I'm like, man, he really made it far in Hollywood, all things considered. Desirius for 5. Listening while I work. Thank you for the entertainment. Hail the 199. Thank you. What's your first thought for 5? The new Indiana Jones movie is going to make Crystal Skull look like a masterpiece. Waller is garbage in everything she does in life. Yeah, I think that people are going to be wishing for more Crystal Skull after this. I do maintain that Crystal Skull, although it's not some great movie or anything, I think it's an average movie that has a couple really fucking cringe moments. Overall, I don't think it's terrible, to be honest.
Okay, what do you think is better? Prequels or Crystal Skull?
That's tough. Like me, prequels, 100% prequels.
I know you. I know
like
on a personal level, you love
like the
prequels.
grand scheme of things.
I still take the prequels.
I still think the prequels too, and I think even with age, I think the prequels have felt better for a lot of people than Crystal Skull has. You know what I mean? I think people still, for the most part, feel the same way about Crystal Skull when it came out. But like for me, 100% prequels. But I don't know how the rest of people feel about it.
I've never liked Crystal Skull, but I could see myself looking back on Crystal Skull after this one and probably appreciating it a lot more. Whereas the prequels I've always loved. You've always loved the prequels, right? From the beginning.
Yeah, 100%.
You never hated on them.
I was the perfect age for it too.
Yeah.
Like I was like the exact age that they were probably looking for. I was 11 years old in 1999, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was fucking 15 or 16 in when Revenge of the Sith came out. I was the perfect age for the prequels.
Yep.
So no, older than that. Had to be older than that.
Prequels, baby. Love them.
Let's see. What's your first thought? I just said that one. Magnum Norse for 20. Unforgiven.
Clint Eastwood.
Dick Nubler for 11. This $11 could either buy me a can of Campbell's soup or a shot of dopamine from hearing Ryan read my screen name out loud. Choice well made. It costs you $11.
Bashy Washy, did you and MCU mother work it out? I've been listening and she sounds like a lovely, sloppy lady. Dude, the super chats for MCU fan. Look, if you're either one of the most brilliant trolls we've ever had, or as a hater, you're having a real tough time. You know what I mean? A real tough time.
I still thought it was Jay for a while.
Dude, I've had people message me. They're like, Jeremy, seriously, who is it? Like, I know you know who it is. I don't know who it is. I swear.
They're committed.
They're like, Jeremy, come on. Just you could tell me, man. Is it somebody on the team? I don't know who it is. I promise I don't. We could just run with the narrative that it's Jay. You guys want to run with that narrative that it's drunk 3PO? I'm okay with that.
And then
but he was standing here. He was standing here. And you guys saw MCU fan was typing in the chat when Jay was right here. By the way, next week, there's going to be one day where Jay's going to have to fill in for me. I won't be here. So
that's right. So it'll be me and Jay. So MCU fan probably won't be in the chat that day. That'll be the real key.
That is true. That is true. He'll source it out to somebody else for that day. Just to keep the illusion, like the Prestige. He's just going to own the gimmick 100%. So
you have to. I did want to talk real quick about Marvel. There's been some really bad news for Disney over the last several months when it comes to Star Wars and Marvel on Disney Plus, how they're performing. We see they're losing millions of subscribers each and every quarter, in addition to all of the money that they're losing. They're averaging like $1 billion in loss every quarter just on Disney Plus. And it's made even Bob Iger say, we have to rethink our strategy. Maybe we're putting out too much content, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe it's because so much of what they decided to put out for the Marvel Cinematic Universe was about characters that nobody wanted shows from. People didn't want an Echo series. People don't want Ironheart. They don't want an Agatha series. Yet all these things are in production. And Marvel recently made a big announcement about the Echo series. I don't know if you even know who this is, Jeremy. Did you watch the Hawkeye series?
No.
So you don't even know who Echo is. She's a random deaf girl in the Hawkeye series, okay? She has her own show. And nobody really wants it. There's been massive problems all along the way when it comes to production. It's been delayed multiple times. And it looks like Marvel is kind of acknowledging that they know it's going to be a nightmare. Marvel Studios announces historic binge release for new Disney Plus show. Now, I know you're a big fan of the binge model versus the weekly release, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like maybe Kevin Feige is starting to listen to you.
This show was made for me. This show was made for me. I cannot wait to binge this show about a character I know nothing about.
This show is the only MCU show like this that's being dropped all at once. They're not doing the week-by-week release like they've been talked about, like it's been their strategy. They're dumping it all at once, in all likelihood, because they know it's really fucking bad. They probably know that it is bad, that it is a nightmare, and they just want to get it out and have people forget about it as quick as possible. That's about the only reason why they would do something like this. It has a lot of people talking and speculating about that with all the problems they had. But despite the good feeling that a lot of people got from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, when you look forward to the MCU, there's really not a lot to be excited about.
No, there's not. And, I know that this is a historic moment for them. And I'd like to also say this is an historic stream for us. This is the most viewed stream of Geeks and Gamers Daily on May 18th. Is it May 18th? May 18th, a Thursday in 2023. This is a historic moment for us as well. So we understand Disney, Marvel. You have historic moments. We have historic moments. We break records here every single day. We break that glass ceiling every single day. This is the first time that we've had two straight white males on a stream together on YouTube. Representation is very important here. We here at Geeks and Gamers, we certainly agree with that. And yeah, so we share in your historic accomplishments. But the fact that they said that in the headline, historic. We're making herstory. Herstory. Her story. Isn't that the whole Hillary Clinton gimmick that they were doing?
Yeah.
Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, again, nobody cares about this. This is one of those that they want to sweep it under the rug. So it's the character that was introduced in Hawkeye. Is that what this is?
Yes.
Okay.
Echo is a character. She's a deaf character, and they've been really all about pushing the diversity, right? And we're so excited to have more diversity and representation in the Marvel Cinematic Universe because Echo is deaf.
Jesus Christ. It's just so stupid. It's so dumb. So this will be really, this is going to be another embarrassing thing, but this is what we talked about with Guardians. Again, I loved Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The word of mouth seems to be doing really good for it, but in reality, it should be doing better at the box office without that. I mean, it should have started out stronger, but because the MCU has hurt itself so much, you're continuing to see the decline across the board. You make good stuff, people will respond to that. The MCU has not been making good stuff consistently for a while now. Basically post Endgame. Outside of No Way Home. No Way Home. I keep getting good. You got Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home. Yes. So outside of No Way Home, which was more so a Sony product anyway, and Guardians, has there been anything in the MCU that's been good outside of those two since Endgame?
I don't really think so, no. And what we were kind of talking about was this is kind of, for a lot of people, maybe the last thing they care about. When you look at what the future holds, you've got Secret Invasion, Loki Season 2, Echo, Ironheart,
Oof.
Agatha, Coven of Chaos, or whatever that is called, the Marvels, like, Black Captain America movie, if they're going to still call it New World Order or not, I think that's up in the air. But it's, for a lot of people, it's like, what can you be excited about for the future of Marvel?
Well, our dedicated paying members, their voices matter. And MCU fan says, Shang-Chi, you clown. So thank you to paying members. You pay good money. You clearly love Geeks and Gamers so much that you want to show the world that you are a paying member here. So thank you, MCU fan.
Like the blue check mark.
So, yeah, it's basically your version of the blue check mark, MCU fan. So thank you for that, buddy. Appreciate that. You're good. You're a great supporter. And Flash, it has to be a troll.
No way he's not.
Some people are saying it's Dan Vasque. So.
MCU Dan. MCU Dan. That makes sense. MCU fans weeping vagina for 199. I'm not Encino Man. Thank you. Magnum Norse for 15. Jeremy loves Fast and Furious. Proof that he's Asian.
Well, not from the waist down.
X-Wing for 5. Let's make a Sonic style game where you roll around as a big fat old bitch to please the dove overlords. Might as well. A Lizzo. I saw someone tweet out like we need to start complimenting like liberal women by saying they look like Lizzo or something.
No. Here's what it was. Hang on, because Phil Labonte tweeted that out, and I think I shared it with you. So it was a comedian's comment. Damn, Phil, you tweet a lot, bro.
He tweets a lot.
Holy shit, he tweets a lot. I was just like, I mean, if I just scroll here for a second, I'll find it. It was just yesterday. Holy shit, Phil.
Slayer 96 the second for 2. Only I can control this world. Jimmy Touchdown for 5. Do you think John Campia rage quit his show so he could take the entire month of June off to celebrate Pride? I saw him at the Ford dealership. I don't think so.
Bro, I'm still scrolling Phil's timeline. He's got 163,000 tweets.
That's a lot of tweets.
That's
almost as many
lot.
videos as Darkside Phil's uploaded.
Fucking hell. I'm still there. It is. I finally found it right here. This is perfect. This is a perfect comment right here. If Lizzo is so beautiful, why do women get mad anytime I tell them you look like Lizzo?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny. It's so true. Like, why do you get mad if she's so brave and stunning and beautiful? And then we say, hey, you look like Lizzo. Oh, I can't believe you said that.
God, you look like Dylan Mulvaney. Broba Fett, aka Nerdy Neo, member for 10 months. What happened to the political stream? Is it coming back? I don't know. Honestly, we're just busy. Now that we're doing these daily Geeks and Gamers streams, it just takes up a lot of time.
Yeah, we talked about that
energy.
because especially with what I'm doing with Cobra Cast is like a Wednesday. It's like a lot of the stuff I'm talking about. It's just a turnaround on Thursday, and with the time and everything. Yeah, these Geeks Gamers daily streams have taken a lot of time. Not complaining because we love them because they're doing great. But we got to find time for other stuff, and so that's all it was.
Chris B for 2. Carmack hasn't bent the knee, and now they're big mad. Stephen Wasik for 199. Send as the 2023 Sports Illustrated swimsuit cover. See what he thinks. Yeah, it has started a big conversation about like what is this insistence on trying to trick men into being attracted to other biological men.
Yeah,
it's weird right now. Steel leg of I never thought that Martha Stewart would be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and that would not be the most controversial thing.
Yeah. This is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new Disney animated feature film released. This is going to go on Disney Plus. It's expected to release very soon, and this will be a binge model for sure. Here we go. Walt Disney Pictures presents Gorlock.
I feel like the tits on that thing are way bigger than the tits on the actual one.
Oh my God. With all that food in front of Gorlock.
God, disgusting.
Oh man, what the hell?
Steel leg of history, member for 14 months. I start the new fake leg today. Thanks for all the support and kindness. Be blessed with my health. I'll have to get my knee healed with the new leg. Hey, hope you do good, buddy.
Shout out to you, Robert. Right? Yeah, shout out to you, Robert.
Nut Bunny for $5. Did you guys see the PC Gamer article calling out John Carmack for attending Based Con? Like, that must be what everyone's talking about. I have not seen that at all. We got a couple super chats about it now.
Yeah, and I know that let's see. Yeah, Gary just tweeted this. So we have it. Yeah, so we announced that yesterday. So it's going to be Saturday at 1 p.m. We have a panel at the Dallas Fan Expo. Saturday at 1 p.m. So if you guys are interested to come to the panel, it's going to be basically it's I guess a Friday Night Tights panel is pretty much what it's going to be. I don't know if Ripa's going to be there. I haven't talked to him about that. I don't know if Gary, you can confirm that or not. Is Ripa going to be at our panel with us?
I believe so. Yeah.
So, okay. And then we're doing a meetup as well. I'm sure Gary's going to have deets on that. If
probably going to be on Thursday.
Okay, and I'm sure like Gary's going to be on Open Bar with me today over on the Drinkers channel. I think he's on at the same time as us. Luckily enough, me and Gary are honored to be on at the same time as who got special treatment on there. So, but it'll be fun. But yeah, so Saturday at 1 p.m. Dallas Fan Expo. Make sure you guys show up. We want to fill the room out. We want to show them that FNT, G&G, and the 199, the fellowship. I'm sorry, my fucking phone's going off. The fellowship, the 199 represents, and we got to fill that room up. What's up,
bro? So Chrissy has been obviously all over the news. She was on Newsmax last night with Eric Bowling, and Newsmax actually beat CNN in ratings.
Holy shit.
Right? Chrissy Mayer's boobs responds, we start showing up on Newsmax. Newsmax beats CNN in ratings. Coincidence? Eric Bowling replies to Chrissy Mayer's boobs thinking that it's Chrissy Mayer. Says, no coincidence. P.S. You were great last night. Bro. Oh, Chrissy says, Eric, thanks for having me on your show last night. By the way, this is me. The other account is just for my boobs.
Holy shit. That's amazing.
God. That's fucking insane.
Oh God. I love it. I fucking love it so much.
You were great last night. Disco Cobra for 20. Yeah, Fast and Furious jumped the shark with the 7th one, which is Paul Walker's final movie. 8 and 9 are just balls to the walls, off the charts crazy, not even close in reality in any way, just nonsense pretty much. Thank you.
Shout out Disco Cobra. Looking forward to hearing more about that retro room that you you work on.
King Anonymous for 5. First super chat. Appreciate the daily stream. Shout out to the 199. Also, I was surprised I didn't cast Gorlock for the Dove commercial. Oh, it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time. We've got a lot of super chats to catch up on. Lord J for 10. Baldwin should play Bush Sr. in a movie about the Kennedy assassination. Tyrant Lizard King for 5. I hope one day HBO makes a comedy series about Lucasfilm under KK's leadership. I think all the mishaps and disasters make some hilarious TV. Magnum Norse for 20. They're testing us to see how stupid we are. Let these fools drink their own sauce. Thank you. Steel Leg of History for 5. While I do my rehab with the new leg, once I get it, is it okay if I mail all your stuff together? Ryan, yours, Jeremy, Nikki, Tom, and Jay's? Yeah, sure. You can send it all. You can send it all to my P.O. box. I check it pretty regularly. So thank you, Steel Leg of History. Bashy Washy for 10. Did you and MCU Mother, we read that one. Dave Filoni's dog for 2. I wish Alec Baldwin was negligent with me and Dave.
Oh, God. That account is savage, dude.
Yeah. Brad, we read that one. That's about Harrison Ford being anti-Semite. Koosh, member for a month. Hail hard RKKK outpost and my N-word Jeremy. Have you seen the Killers of the Flower Moon trailer? New Scorsese movie. Might as well react to it. I actually did. Have you seen that yet, Jeremy?
I have not. I have not seen
that. We'll react to that real quick. It's a Scorsese movie, so of course it has fucking Leo.
So again, if you're while he's looking that up real quick, so I talked about it last night. We played Battlefront 2 here on the channel, and the response was great. So expect more from that. I may run that later tonight again. Here on the channel, we do need to do something for the members. So it's not a scheduled stream. I'll never change scheduled streams to make them members only. That's never going to be what we do here at Geeks and Gamers. But so we may do something. I may do like a member stream or something on D-Day Cobra or Geeks and Gamers, because there's a lot of members on both of these channels, and you guys have been gifting a ton of memberships out. So thank you for the feedback for Battlefront last night.
All right. Here we go. From Leo's Twitter account. Killers of the Flower Moon will exclusively be in theaters from Paramount and Apple Films. Here we go.
The Osage took their name from Missouri and Osage rivers. Neokanska, children of the Middle Waters. Move, said the great white father.
Hero.
There are many, so many hungry wolves. Can you find the wolves in this picture?
What do you think of Leo's accent?
I don't think it's good.
Me neither.
I would rather him just talk normal at this point instead of use that fucking accent. Brendan Fraser?
Yeah, Brendan Fraser before he got skinny.
Was that Jesse Plemons?
Maybe.
Can you find the wolves in this picture?
I don't think it looks good. Leo's yeah, that is Jesse Plemons. Okay. His accent's fucking horrendous.
The accent sounds like someone like trying to do an accent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it sounds like Leonardo DiCaprio trying to do an accent. So we'll see. Maybe that's just with the whole. It seemed like he was reading something. Maybe it'll come off a little better in it. Obviously, I'm not going to sit there and doubt a Leo Scorsese movie. They've got a pretty good track.
100%. I agree with that too. I agree with that.
It looks good. I don't know if I'm going to go to the theater to see something like this, but it looks good.
Well, you remember? So Jesse Plemons is basically Meth Damon from Breaking Bad. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you see him in El Camino? How fat he got?
No.
You don't remember this?
I barely remember El Camino.
Dude,
I watched that movie and I don't remember anything about it.
He was fat as fuck in that movie. It was distracting.
And it's only supposed to take place like right after it happened, right?
Well, no, like these were like even flashback scenes that they were recording within it. Like it was distracting. Now, dude, like I want you to pull up, like, well, look at it. I'll pull up a picture of him, Jesse, in El Camino. Let me see. Because he was really fat in that. But he has lost a shit ton of weight, dude. Like a lot. Let me see. So it was distracting in El Camino. It to me it took away from the movie how big he was, because these scenes basically were yeah. All right, here we go. Here's one right here. Open in new tab. I'm just going to share my whole screen so I can do both. So entire screen right here. So you got that. Okay. Look how fat he had gotten.
Yeah.
But then look at him now. Bro he lost a ton of weight. I was like, damn. So respect for him for losing it. Cause yeah, he blew up and he was like, it was distracting.
Did he do it for a role or something?
I'm not sure. I just, that video just hit my YouTube feed the other day with him and Elizabeth Olsen. And I'm like, holy shit, bro lost a lot of weight. Respect. But yeah, he was like in El Camino, it was distracting.
Eddie Brock for $249. Did Ryan get front row tickets for Brie and Fast X? Haven't got any tickets yet. Wanda Jacksamov for a month. I wanted to make a funny joke, but I couldn't get it past Big Daddy YouTube censor. So here's this boring chat instead. Hail Geeks and Gamers in the 199.
Thank you.
The Sundowners for 15. Great job, guys. Quick question. Did they film that chase scene on a stage green screen backdrop? Looks horrible. And those lines from Phoebe. Who wrote those lines? Alyssa Milano? Probably Phoebe Waller-Bridge. But yeah, to me, it doesn't, that chase scene looks sad and stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Bradman for 10. Super chat came in late because I'm at the gym with Spotty Signal. Haha, but I'm sure Harrison Ford is no better. Thank you. Beefy McWhat now for 2. What are your thoughts on Elon calling out Soros? It was funny. The response to it was funny, especially when he was like, oh, I'm sorry for insulting Magneto.
Yes.
Atomic Patriot for 2. Yo, how's it, Geeks and Gamers? What's up, man? I'll be your Huckleberry for 5. MCU fan could be Johnny, but he hasn't called anybody a fucking idiot.
Fucking idiot.
James L. Jesus for 2. I was 13 in 199. Hey.
Say that one more time.
James Jesus says, I was 13 in 199.
In 199.
Sandstorm for 2. Make beautiful pretty again. Looking at you, Dove. 199. That's right. I think the theory everyone's going with is that Dove wants people to be really fat because fat people have to use more soap to clean themselves.
Did you see Elon's comments in that interview about George Soros?
When the guy asked him, why share it?
Yeah. I'm going to play that for the chat real quick. This is fucking fantastic right here. This is great.
The company. Are there Tesla owners who say, I don't agree with his political position because, and I know it because he shares so much of it. Or there are advertisers on Twitter that Linda Yaccarino will come and say, you got to stop, man. Or, you know, I can't get these ads because of some of the things you tweet.
I like how long he thinks about this.
Yeah. He's actually like analyzing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, I'm reminded of the scene in The Princess Bride. Great movie.
Great movie.
Where he confronts the person who killed his father. And he says, offer me money. Offer me power. I don't care.
So you just don't care. You want to share what you have to say.
I'll say what I want to say, and if the consequence of that is losing money, so be it.
Fucking love that answer, dude. And again, it's easy for the richest man in the world to say that, but the point being is that most people in his position wouldn't respond like that. They would want more and more. Mark Zuckerberg ain't saying that. You know what I mean? So I love this answer. I love this answer.
It's an interesting question and concept, right? Because say with Twitter, right? Elon fucking bought it outright. There ain't no investors in anything. When it comes to something like Tesla, right? Like we talk a lot about, say Bob Iger came out there and was just like, Donald Trump's a fucking idiot, right? He makes a tweet about it. There might be Disney shareholders that are upset with it. So there's like some legitimate, conversation surrounding it. But at the end of the day, Elon Musk is standing up for what he thinks is right. He thinks that free speech is important. So important that he bought a platform to try to get more of it. So you got to respect him for putting his money where his mouth is, even if he has more money than anyone else in the fucking world.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Where did I go? Pixelated Kinnell Head for a month says, have you Cox seen the new Mortal Kombat trailer? It looks so good. No, I haven't played. I'm not a big Mortal Kombat guy.
I'll check it out though. I'll check it. We got to get through these and because I got to do a couple things to get ready for open bar.
Yeah.
So
Exalted Patriarch for 199, proud to be part of this gang. Thank you.
Gremlin
for 10. Heard a little rumor that Disney and ESPN Pulse will be tossed into Hulu because of all the losses. I don't know. It sounds to me like Disney Plus and Hulu are merging. There's also some rumor. Tom just sent me a story about ESPN and something they're potentially doing with the cable channel itself. So we'll get into that in Sports Wars. Joel Reese for 2. Writing the script for Echo MC was probably pretty easy. Yeah, probably. I imagine writing the script for the Echo character was easy. Osmora with a gift membership. Thank you. Dan Vag for 2. MCU fan has to be Dan Vask. Frank Zonka for 5. Still have no idea how they could Secret Invasion without any superheroes. By the way, Destiny Aurora audiobook and comic launched on Kickstarter. Awesome, Frank. That's cool.
Hell
man.
yeah.
We met Frank in Vegas, right?
Yep, I think so.
Cool, man. That's awesome. So go check out Kickstarter, Destiny Aurora. Magnum Norse for 25. Lizzo was spotted off the coast of Scotland. The entire country of Scotland said, shike. Thank you.
People are so tired of this nonsense, and I love it.
What's her name? Member for a month says it's free. Thank you. For the Emperor for 5. Gorlock eats the 3 bears. Super Nate for 5. Watch the trailer for the new Mortal Kombat game. It's a CG trailer, but they usually hint at what the gameplay might look like. Jesus fucking Christ. We'll watch it real quick.
Hey, the peeps want it. The peeps get what they want. So where did you leave off right here? Get that. Let's see. Does a Dallas event cost anything? Also, hail to the 199 and FNT. Well, the Dallas Fan Expo, whatever the cost of admission is there. In terms of the event that we're running, I have to let Gary answer that question in terms of obviously we don't charge you guys for these meetups and stuff, but like I don't know the specifics of our meetup, but I'm sure Gary has already addressed this in the chat. I didn't see if he commented, but as far as Dallas Fan Expo, whatever the cost is.
All right, here we go.
It is time. Time to wake up to a new reality. To a blank canvas that I have painted in with warmth and peace. In my new era, the choice is yours. Whether to live in quiet serenity or bloody strife. To dwell in joyous prosperity.
This looks really fucking good.
Or CGI trailer.
Mm-hmm.
You can face each other as sworn enemies, or united as brothers. But a storm is brewing, and soon you will discover that even in this new era, one constant remains. There is always something worth fighting for.
Holy fuck!
You have chosen to defy peace. Then you have chosen war with a god.
Bro. Wow. That looks pretty awesome. That looks pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Wow.
so they've kind of rebooted the entire timeline, and
Right.
they're kind of starting from fresh with this Mortal Kombat game. So looks cool.
That looks really fucking good. Shout out to you guys for having us react to that. That looks really good. I love the violence.
A Shinshigami for 5. Does it doubt? We said that. Don Syndrome for 10. MCU pushing jobbers now. She-Hulk was the last straw for me. God damn it. How to ruin the Hulk so bad? Hail the 199. Here's some money. Thank you, Don. King Bowser for 199. 199 spray painted all over your town, people. Yeah, tag it everywhere.
I bought like I went to Party City yesterday and I bought these big blue 199s. So I've got two of them. We're gonna hang them here at HQ somewhere. So it's perfect.
Primarch Vulcan for 5. If you watched Antlers, Jesse Plemons was chunky in that too.
I didn't watch that. I did watch he was in, what's it, Jesse Plemons in, fuck, what was that one show that was like Black Mirror? Yeah, Black Mirror. He was in Black Mirror, I think. Pretty sure he was in that. And I like him. He's a really good actor. He was a really good actor. He was also in Friday Night Lights, one of my favorite TV shows ever. So we got gifted memberships coming in. Who sent that?
That's from BMC CB.
What up, CB? Gifted 20 gifted memberships.
Thank you,
Hell,
bro. That's
yes.
awesome. Gabriel Knight for 5. I know nobody plays these games for the plot.
You missed Bashy. You missed Bashy's 20.
I'm popping back up to his.
Okay.
Gabriel Knight for 5.
He got mad at me. Ryan
did?
got mad at me. Ryan got mad at me. He's like, "You fucking idiot."
I know no one plays these games for the plot, but for fuck's sakes, are they rebooting the timeline again? They are rebooting the timeline.
Yeah.
Bashy Washy for 20. Jeremy and Ryan, since Pride Month is upon us, would you both come and enjoy the festivities of Pride Month here in Saudi Arabia? There will be a daily caterpillaring with huge rewards. You can bring your son and his mom, Jeremy. I'm sure the Pride Month celebrations in Saudi Arabia are interesting. Thank you, Bashy. Magnum Norse for 10. A storm is brewing out of Lizzo's bungaholio. It's a combination of cheese and pork rinds. Ugh. Brendan Bellman for 5. Indy 5 looks bad, but I still have a tiny bit of hope since James Mangold is directing. I do think James Mangold is a good director.
He's the
despite fact
only
that I think
redeeming.
he's a piece of shit, but I think he's a good director.
He is. He's the only redeeming quality because I like James Mangold a lot. He's really, really good. Okay, so tomorrow's the last day for the 199 Snake Pit Battalion T-shirt over on 221B Tactical. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you go over there. And tomorrow's the last day, and then we're shutting it down. Obviously, we still have stuff on Teespring. We have same, similar variations over there. But this is a limited run, 2 weeks only. So make sure you get your 199 Snake Pit Battalion T-shirt over on 221B. And then again, here in a few hours, I'm going to be live on Open Bar with the Critical Drinker Open Bar number 50. And I want to see 199s in the chat. I'm going to be on with Sargon, Gary, and Az, I believe. So make sure you tune in to Open Bar 50. That's going to be a lot of fun, and I love seeing all the 199s. What do you got going on, Ryan?
I just put out a video about Meghan Markle being a lying bitch. I just grinding out videos, Sports Wars, my channel, all that good stuff.
There you go. So thank you guys again for the Battlefront 2 stream last night. You will get more of that because your voices matter. You actually, we listen to what you have to say, and we had great feedback on that. People enjoyed it. And so more to come on that. Probably going to play some Modern Warfare 2 as well. Probably going to play something tonight. I don't know what yet, but stay tuned for that. And Steel Leg of History, I tagged you, Jeremy, on the... where did it go? Hang on. It moved past me. I tagged you, Jeremy, on the day got my 199 shirt. Hell yes. That's awesome. Shout out to you, Robert. Nice. Mike Hill, Stephen King called The Flash heartfelt, funny, and eye-popping. Yeah.
Stephen King watched it?
Guess so. I guess so. So very, very interesting. Dave Filoni's dog. God. Speaking of
eye-popping, help me with this news.
Jesus Christ.
And of course, big shout out to our Rumble audience as well today, guys. We had almost 400 people watching over on Rumble, so we appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much.
You got the 199 emojis over there too for our supporters.
That's right. And yeah, Cam Man's got the Critical Drinkers live stream that'll be happening today, so tune in over there. Other than that, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Love you all. Appreciate you all. We'll see you tonight. I got gaming. We got the member stream that we're doing Fortnite, and then I'll do something with either Battlefront or Modern Warfare. More than likely. So stay tuned for that. You guys have a great night. And it's Drunk 3PO Live. You guys go show Jay some love over on his channel. So shout out to Drunk 3PO. Go over there and spam him with them 199s.
Jesus Davila with the gift membership. Thank you.
And thank you for the gifted memberships. 23 new members today. Thank you for the super chat. Smash the melee button. Have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.